I think it's important to divide the urge, to separate, because it's important. Because if you just think, if you don't think, and if you just say, "Oh, I'm having these strong urges," what are you exactly talking about? You have an urge to fap. You have an urge to watch porn. Like, hey guys, what's up? It's Mac Attack, and I wanted to talk about urges. I just want to get right to it. Thanks for watching today's video. There's going to be a little bit of background noise. I always like to say that first because people will ask questions. But yeah, urges. Like, I was watching a video of someone, making a Nofap video, and they're talking about how they're having urges. And I just wanted to say, like, I think it's important for me anyway to define my urge. When I say urge, am I talking I have an urge, a desire, a craving to A, look at porn, or B, release maybe sexual tension through orgasm, through fapping? So I think it's important to divide the urge, to separate. Because it's important, because if you just think, if you don't think, and if you just say, "Oh, I'm having these strong urges," what are you exactly talking about? You have an urge to fap, you have an urge to watch porn, to like pull up the porn in front of your eyes. Like, do you really want to look at something, or do you really want to release maybe the sexual tension? Are you feeling aroused sexually? What is the urge? Define the urge. And I think when we click in our mind the definition, the where that's coming from, or maybe not where it's coming from, but what is it exactly we want to do, we want to achieve. Because dopamine, when we're in the addiction cycle of PMO, we're basically wanting that dopamine, because that dopamine, that dopamine center in our head is like saying, we want this, I know there's something good, so I'm gonna keep looking and keep searching and keep putting stuff in front of my face. But when we orgasm, that is a different chemical release. It's not dopamine. That chemical release is like an opioid release, opioid. So it's a different chemical release. And what I found by watching Your Brain on Porn informational videos, I found that basically, here it is, dopamine is so much more stronger than an opioid release. So, and then also when we release that opioid during orgasm, basically you stop searching out dopamine. You stop, and you can tell whenever it happens. You know you're basically done. You take a break. You're exhausted. You fall into a state of slumber, or you're very, out of energy for a little bit. So I guess what I'm really getting at is, if there's a big debate on, can I orgasm? I mean, hard mode, easy mode. I don't know. There's a fine line of, is it okay to fap and not look at porn? For me, I'm practicing semen retention. Now, one guy commented on my video. He said, I don't get it. If the point of Nofap is semen retention, then what do you do if you're married, or if you have a spouse, and you want to have sex? Well, look, first of all, the point of Nofap is not semen retention, not at all. The point of Nofap is to clear your mind, to reboot your mind, because your mind has been messed up by internet porn addiction. Super normal, sensitive, all these chemicals being released, way overpowering your receptors in your reward center, in your mind, in your brain. Dopamine, too much dopamine. That's from internet porn. It's not orgasm. It's not from having orgasm or having sex or that matter. It's not that. So what I'm saying basically is, there has to be a separation from internet porn and orgasm, okay? But also, if you're gonna fap off, and for me, because that's why I fell back into porn, through fapping off, because eventually you're gonna start wanting that release of dopamine again, or the huge surges of dopamine that comes from internet porn, and you're gonna start using fantasy. You're gonna start recalling internet porn in your mind, which is basically relapse. So there's a fine line for me, and that's why I'm choosing to practice semen retention on Nofap, which is basically called hard mode. And it's basically no sex, or if you do have sex, no orgasm. So I hope you guys understood a little bit more. If you don't understand, and if you already know this, then don't worry about it. You're in the good. You're in the clear. I think it's important for me to define my urges, because when I have an urge lately, it's always been because I want to release, I want to have an orgasm. It hasn't been I want to look at porn, because I know in my mind I can't. And so, but if I'm online and I see something, it's tempting, right? So that'll be an urge to look at porn. Usually if I see some kind of sexual image. Alright guys, I've had a long video. Please put your comments. Oh yeah, by the way, I think I'm on 3 weeks. I think tomorrow's day 21. I'm doing great, hard mode. I'm loving life. I've been so busy with my work here in India, but today I took a day off. In a way, you know, I took a day of rest, kind of. Even though I did a little bit of work, man, I feel a lot better, but I need to take it slow. And right now I'm gonna hit a workout after this. Eating healthy is important. I'm trying to reduce sugars. I can't do 100% right now, but I just want to say, man, get out there and start doing something. You know, do 20 push-ups a day if you can. Then that's basic. But love your life. Know you're on the right path. If you've relapsed, get back up. Get right back up right now. If you watch this video and you just relapsed, I don't care. Start again tomorrow. Today is a new day. Every day is a new day. Peace, love, and support me by liking this video and subscribe if you haven't. Peace and love.